in this message, it feels like somebody is relishing in sunshine, in something that's bringing them sunshine, making them smile, even in cloudy skies, right? That song's coming to mind. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. Um, so I'm not sure if it's a person or something. It could be their inner child reconnecting with something. We'll find out. But also the Empress. Also, in the Northern Hemisphere, it's currently autumn and spooky season is coming through in this message as well, so that could resonate. But it's really a time of shedding and letting go, you know. So, you know, when they say going within, it's kind of this time of reflection. But at the same time, someone's still finding that sunshine, and it's really beautiful. It reminds them of that summer energy, you know, the vibrancy, the happiness, the joy, you know. Hearing bliss, yeah, 9 of Cups, exactly. That's exactly what I'm feeling. It's kind of like, and in this card, they're literally holding hands and looking at each other, and it's like they're discussing what their heart's wishes are, you know. That's how it feels. It's like someone's has that vibe, that energy is just buzzing around them right now. It's really nice. It's like they're understanding. I think for a while they've been pondering. So it's kind of like summer and autumn have been switched for them. So in summer, perhaps they were like in really a transition mode, right? They were going through some kind of transition mode, reflecting. Now it's like they're getting more jazzy, like the energy, like sparkly. Really interesting. Ace of Pentacles, wow. Wanting to ground this into the physical then, that's for sure. So this isn't something that's like, you know, a quick thing or whatever. This is like a true wish of the heart that someone truly wants to, they don't want to fight against it anymore is what I'm hearing. It's like they're finally surrendering to whatever it is and not resisting it, or, you know, it's like the templates of whatever this is, they're being slowly but surely being shedded away. They've been falling away. The templates that were protecting them in a way from saying yes to their heart. And it's kind of like those veils, if you will, have been falling away, and, you know, the illusion is being reversed. Well, not reversed, just being removed. And they're recognizing what they want and beneath it all. And they're okay with it. They reached a point where they're like, oh yeah, that is what I want actually. Huh. 6 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. The Hierophant. Wow, that's really I'm hearing stable and truly higher level new beginnings. This isn't just trying to do the cycle again the same way. Someone's been leveling up. They've been learning some deep, deep lessons. It's so interesting. Oh my God, the 6 of Wands and then the 10 of Pentacles and the 4 of Wands. Oh my goodness. It could be that long-term stability is truly on their mind. You know, there's something really big about their stability right now. That's a big deal. So it's kind of like they've been creating their surroundings in a way that makes them feel grounded, but also whatever it is that's bringing them this sunshine is kind of, that is still grounded in this, not just quickly going to fall away or, you know, feel misplaced. Very much actually in the same picture. Does that make sense to who it needs to? Oh wow, really nice energy. Queen of Pentacles, definitely very grounded. The Wheel. Oh, okay. Okay. When it comes to someone's abundance path, something is coming in and it's going to make them feel so much more stable. I think it's something that they've been investing in, something that they've been, it's almost like they've been nurturing themselves in such a way that they've now kind of nurtured the seed within, which is going to create this energy of bringing it into fruition in their external. So it could be a project they've been working on. But this Wheel, I'm just instantly hearing some kind of abundance is going to be coming through. Truly. Like a windfall, if you will. But at the same time, I think with the Ace of Pentacles, it's going to be a grounded, stable new beginning. So it's not just like suddenly, you know, like winning the lottery and you have all this money, you don't know what to do with it or whatever. Oh, maybe you do. But what I'm saying is something that someone can hold down, something that they're prepared for. They've been becoming this person to be prepared for this new phase in their journey. This is very stable. I want to make that clear. very grounded, and it is something that speaks to someone's heart. This Three of Wands, it's whatever they've been looking ahead, always thinking, oh, this is what I want to do, this is where I want to be, this is what I'm going to do. Even if it's little things, like they want to be able to take care of themselves in a certain way, it's like they're going to be able to, they're reaching that now. They've had that vision, and this is someone who has not given up on that vision. They have not let that go. Even if they've, not attached to it, they've released it, but it's still the same vision that they've been working towards. Even if they've allowed that space, which is what you need to do, you need to allow the space for it to unfold the way it needs to. Because along the way, you really begin to understand the divine alignment versus what you thought it needs to be and how it needs to be. So this is what's coming through. Someone hasn't, whoever this is, their faith has been on point. Strong-willed. Truly beautiful. I'm also seeing this is someone who's really being seen with respect, in a very respectful way, yeah, it's beautiful. I'm hearing grace as well. 7 of Wands. Wow. Let's get another one. So 9 of Cups and 7 of Wands. Yeah, 7 of Cups. Wow. Empress. Okay, so this is, so someone truly has been going on some kind of internal, I'm hearing self-development journey. I don't think they've seen it like this, but everything that has stopped them to get to this point is everything they've been overcoming. And once again, I'm not sure they realise this. I think they've just been so driven by what their heart is calling them towards, what they truly want. And at the same time, there's been clouded vision, there's been distorted views and illusionary thinking about what it is and how to do it. There's been pushbacks, days when you wake up and you're thinking, what am I doing? Who am I doing for? What is going, things like that. This is someone who has experienced all of that. And they have overcome their own demons, like their own inner battles is what they've been working on to get to this point. So that they can finally, when they receive this, they can finally say, oh no, I deserve this. This is what it's been for. I'm worthy of this. Let's do it. They're not going to hold themselves back by telling themselves those stories of the past, of whether they're not worthy or just it's kind of like that inner child again, just temptations that will pull them away from stepping onto that throne, that divine self. 10 of Pentacles. They're seeing, whoever this is, you're seeing yourself very differently, and it's your higher self that you're finally accessing, you're embodying. Beautiful. And you're keeping on top of this, because I don't think these are like inner demons that just vanish. I think it's something that you're having to keep on top of. You're cycling through the Temperance card. Exactly. So there've been cycles here, cycles of alchemy, finding the balance where actually it feels just right for this Ace of Pentacles to finally be solidified, truly watered, which this is giving long term, long lasting, because for you to get to that point, this is something that's not just going to be, like I say, a quick thing. The Temperance card, you're going to need patience for whatever it is as well as it grows. Because as you've been growing, you've been creating the room for this to grow, and that's going to evolve along the way. Let's get another one. Temperance. Sagittarius season could be important. Strength, yeah, exactly. So you truly, oh my god, you've been mastering yourself. Not even the craft or anyone outside of you. I feel like whatever this is that you're working on, the craft, it just comes naturally to you. It's who you are. It's literally your soul expressing itself. But everything that was stopping you was internal. Your internal battles. That I'm seeing Paradise Island. You got the palm trees. It's beautiful, and there's that sun in the background. You've been battling the demons that were preventing you from finally basking in the liberation of that sun energy. That's really beautiful, because with that Temperance card, what I feel like is you've been finding the right balance in such a way where you have practice in place. You're recognizing that a spiritual practice isn't just, or whatever you want to call it, isn't just to, help you escape from the reality of your physical situation. It's actually for you to bring that nirvana into that external chaos that you're experiencing in that moment, which is a hard realization for a lot of people when you get to that point. It's for you to say, no, I am my higher self even now in this existence. You know what I mean? To recognize that. And that's what you've been doing. So each time that temptation comes over you, or that pull that pulls you away and making you feel not worthy or whatever it is, you're holding it down. You're learning very much so. You're taking your time. You're stepping back. 6 of Cups, yeah, you're in a child. Because truly, you're stepping back. You're observing yourself. Even if there's other people's emotions in the mix that normally you'd get, like, experience the emotional turmoil of or feel the burdens of. You're honing in. You're getting those, grabbing those reins. Okay, so, oh my God, the Emperor. Oh, that's come out with the Two of Swords and the Eight of Cups and the Hierophant. Wow, okay, so someone's really been in decision mode here, unable to make a decision, but so I don't think that they were confused about what they wanted to move towards. They knew, but the indecision came in needing to clear up some stuff that was getting in the way. Yeah, I'm hearing entanglements, right? So they must have had some kind of other priorities, responsibilities that they really needed to clear through so they could finally sit on that throne as that Hierophant, you know, or even just to listen to their own higher guidance, you know, that Emperor here. It's kind of to ground that now in the physical. Someone's been having a lot of it's kind of like they've been transcending themselves, you know, in their kind of internal mind space and their heart space, you know. So that's beautiful, because this means they're not just allowing themselves to be led by that logic anymore. This is why that Nine of Cups is the very first card. It truly is that heart leading. So when you don't know what it means to go, yeah, Hanged Man, they've been taking that sacred pause, as I like to call it. They've been learning that new perspective, massively, multiple new perspectives. So when, you know, people don't know what it means to go within, this is someone who knows. They've been learning, they've been reflecting, there's balance. Ooh, okay. So we've got the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups that has come out together. Let's get another one just to confirm. I'm going to make sure this is the same person, or is it two different people? Let's get clarity. Okay, it's Four of Wands here. Okay, so I think actually this is the same person. I think this is someone who maybe this is that sunshine that was coming through from the very beginning of this message in the part one. I think this is somebody who was seen in a very different light to the truth of who they are. You know, they can be. Like I said, this is someone who's respectable. When you meet them, this feminine energy that's coming through is someone who you see as you know, has self-respect, is operating in kind of integrity, you know, has certain boundaries in place, right? And you honor that. You can see that's a very respectable thing, right? But I also think this is someone who has such a beautiful heart space. Someone's very giving, very loyal as well. And also just, you know, to people who, you know, when you just see people, even on the streets, wherever it is, and just small thing that can help somebody and make them smile, make them just like, it feels like a big thing to them. This is someone who would do that without even a question of a doubt, you know? And there's somebody else here who recognizes that. And now that they're finally going through this whole thing that we're talking about, they're able to see, hold on a second, that's the truth of who that person is. Not who they might have been vilified as or whatever, which potentially means there might have been other opinions, okay, but we'll see. But they're missing it. They're missing it. This Four of Wands, this is the grounded, and this is that union energy. This is the, you know, the 11-11 wish coming true, whatever, 9 of course, remember. So, yeah, someone's missing this energy. So that sunshine that was coming through, they've been missing this. They've been recognizing they don't have this. They haven't had this feminine energy around them, which means they might actually have been healing through some mother wounds as well, actually. That doesn't always mean that, but in this message, okay. Six of Swords. Yeah, that transition is real. When it comes to that wheel, when I said that abundance, some kind of abundance is coming through for this, specifically for this feminine energy, who's been getting to this point to receive that and truly hold it down. You might actually be moving as well, this feminine energy, or there's going to be travel involved, but there's definitely a transition. So the way you're thinking has massively changed for you to finally be able to move forwards and not allow all of this that you've been overcoming to stop you, that we were talking about before. I honestly feel like you're going to like a whole new world. It feels like, honestly, from what you've known, it just looks way more on your level now, if you want to call it that. Even like the environments. Oh my God, here it is. The sun. That's what I was seeing. The sun. Wow. Knight of Cups as well. Yeah. This is you riding into the sunset. Truly, riding into the sunset. There's a lot of warmth here. A lot of happiness. You could very well, maybe you are going to be, I'm hearing vacationing or something. Going to somewhere tropical. I was saying Paradise Island before, right? I can see paradise. So, you know, maybe that is the case. Maybe somebody wants to come to you with an offer. Let's find out. Actually, I do feel like that's what it is, you know. I do feel like there's something about just that warmth of the heart. It's going to be glowing. Oh, this is interesting. Okay, let's get another one to confirm. Three of Pentacles. Okay, King of Cups. Oh, King and Queen of Cups, water sign energies. Interesting. Okay, so we've got, okay, so somebody wants to do this together, but though the King of Cups is at the bottom, the Page of Cups has come out. So this is someone who's still learning how to approach their, whatever it is that they desire, right? Without feeling like there's competition or there's other things happening in the background, you know, removing the curtains of illusion, you know, hiding behind that theatre curtain with the mask, and it's like, hold on, you need to show yourself, you know, with this beautiful Three of Pentacles. So that really is leveling up to do it together, to come together and honor the differences you have, honor the strengths that you have, and work together with that. Okay, let's get some clarity because I want to make sure. I feel like there's multiple things coming through here, clearly. Oh, yeah, Six of Pentacles. So that is that, definitely that balance coming through. I also think, you know how I said that abundance? I think that you're Divine Feminine on this abundance path, you're really not, it's kind of, you don't really care about anyone. No one's your competition. This is just you versus you. And this is, you're so focused on your path, your abundance, what you're accumulating. That's so beautiful that you're going to be calling in the right energies around you, the right people, even collaborations maybe. But you're ready, like, if there's something with your finances that you're worried about, this, whoever this particular collective is, it feels like it's coming into balance. And it's because you're finally, you're clearing your heart space to see it and believe in it and really embrace that, you know. It's like you've become a different person, like you've embodied this version of you. You know how I said you're going through a whole new world? It looks way more on your level. It's because you've embodied that person. You're not just seeing it and understanding it, you've become it. It's literally becoming your reality. And you don't really care about anyone else. That sounds, what I mean is other conflicting opinions or people who maybe try to pull you back, or maybe you were concerned about, you know, but they can do it better, they're already doing it, whatever. That's past, if that's what you've experienced. This is not. You're focused on your alignment. Three of Wands again. You're focused on that forward vision. Let's get someone to clarify. Okay, but this is what I wanted to see. King of Wands will come out and the Queen of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so this is confirmation now. Because I was thinking to myself, there's a reason that I'm getting that energy come through, that masculine as well. Let me just find out. There's something about, this is someone who's very success driven, whoever this masculine energy is. They're very success driven. And this is what helps them to feel more confident in their achievements. Okay, there's that Three of Swords. This is what I meant. They had external entanglements, remember, that were pulling them back, even though they wanted to move in this direction. And I do think they've had external, maybe advice, which is not the best thing to do, truly. You know, so they really have shifted then. If they've gone from really understanding how to listen to go within, as we've been speaking about, then that means they've really been honoring this healing, Six of Cups. So they've been doing some inner child healing as well, which is where they're moving away from that page energy and turning into that king of wands, you know. He's got that courage, he's that leader, you know, he's got that fire and he's got the staff. He's like, I know the way, let's go. You know what I mean? He is that lion. But with this Three of Swords, I think it's clear that not only are they missing this feminine energy, whether it's like somebody in their life or just generally that divine feminine energy that they know now exists, they are understanding the balance required, of them, what they need, the actions they need to take. Because this has been pause mode, and I think they've been in pause mode for a while. It's almost like they might be a bit of a perfectionist. Like, do they need to be this ideal version of self or something? Like, that they've just stopped themselves every time from moving forward? I don't know, but I do think that they've been understanding themselves. Remember that self-development was coming through for a reason. I think that's to do with them as well. 10 of Wands, yeah, they've been healing a lot, releasing a lot. This is some kind of weight they've been carrying. Not even their own, since they were a child. Oh, okay, healing, the Star, the Two of Wands. So as the stars are aligning, they begin to believe in miracles again. Their wishes, they're literally asking for their wishes to come through. They're speaking to the divine. They're connecting way more with that higher energy as well. And this is where this new path is coming, this Two of Wands. And this is in their hands. So they don't want the communication to be faulted, or they don't want it to go in any kind of way. Oh my God, the Two of Cups as well. Where it feels like they're an option, or there's juggling, or there's uncertainty. This is someone who's been experiencing this crossroads for a while. They've been feeling the weight of their indecision for a while. Actually, the action that they haven't taken. It's like they've known the decision, they've let other things get in the way, right? But also I do honestly think they've been having to clear through something here. Like I said, there's been entanglements. Okay, let's get some clarity for this entire message, because like I said, there's two different things coming through. Okay, yeah, time to get going. Beginnings, birth, original ideas, leader. That's that leadership energy. This is beautiful. And I think Divine Feminine here, you really do have that quality within you. People respect you, you know, but I think that you're very individual as well. It's like whatever your path is, I'm not necessarily seeing a team behind you. I'm seeing you. I'm seeing you like go on your ship and you're sailing. It's like you're showing people the way, maybe. Something really about that. Definitely a season of new beginnings coming through, okay? Remember what I said about the summer and autumn energies? Kind of like they're switched, right? Pluto, judgment. Pluto's coming out of retrograde soon as well, actually. So rebirth, there's transformation, there's major changes, right? And that's everything we've been saying. I think some of these changes you're not even going to be aware of until you see them. You know, there's been such a change in your energy. You know, you're calling in very different things, and I don't think that you're just someone who settles. Virgo the Hermit, so a lot of internal your inner divine light is what you've been finding, and now is what you're allowing to guide you. And I actually feel like this is a mirroring thing. You've both been doing this. You know, don't forget that Queen of Wands was coming up at the bottom of the deck there with that king, as soon as that King of Wands came out. So clearly this is someone who is reflecting on something, some kind of past hurt that they have carried and not spoken about. It's been internalized. Wow. I do think this is someone who's kind of like they've almost like self-victimized or something. It's like they've told themselves this story and they've put themselves in that position instead of actually recognizing whether or not that even is the case, right? So maybe the other people, so then they themselves have turned to other people, and it's like, I just think there's a lack of clarity here. There is. It's that curtain behind the curtains is coming through for a reason. They're not entirely sure. The sun, again, the sun, Leo energies. So there's success, there's vitality, there's creativity. This is really beautiful, actually. Yeah, it's like, so this is like being purpose driven, but I think someone's finally looking up and saying, I'm ready for this light, I'm ready for this joy. And also the solar plexus is coming in massive for this. So I feel like someone's really been working on their confidence, their inner strength to like do the thing, you know, and do it proudly without that heavy expectation of what it means to start. That's what's been healing then. Aquarius and Leo energies, they are sister signs. That could be important for somebody. This is what's giving them new renewed faith. That major transformation, that inner rebirth, is really just no longer holding their worth externally on what happens outside of them. Big change. That sun is beautiful. Okay, that's flowing out. Okay, so winter time is important. Again, Aquarius energies, okay? That's interesting. So within 2 to 4 weeks. Within 2 to 4 weeks. This is where something's beginning. This is where something's becoming unstuck. I was going to say within 2 to 4 weeks or within this month, something's becoming unstuck. It's that new beginning that's coming through. Earth sign energies as well. Twin flame card at the bottom of the deck, 11. So there's some kind of mirroring energy taking place here for sure. So practical, dependable, grounded. That's everything that Queen of Pentacles was coming out with, okay? So I think this is a reminder to stay grounded, to stay in that energy. As things become unstuck over this next month, the next few weeks, 4 weeks, there's going to be a lot of different shifts taking place. Career path and your love, you know. I say career, I think it's your purpose path. It's more than just that, you know, that really is. Wow. Libra, so Libra season, justice, Sagittarius season as well. So these next 2 seasons, yeah, divine justice coming through. Maybe you're dealing with some kind of legal matters that you need to sign off some papers, make sure you're getting things done in deadlines or whatever. And that's also going to relieve this stuck energy, so you can just get it done. And, you know, truth, balanced, integrity, fairness, very important energies. Especially when I was talking about that Queen of Pentacles, that respect energy is coming through strongly for her, which is why she's really like holds those strong boundaries with her heart space. She's had to go to what she's had to go through to get to this place, to know her worth. Remember that inner alchemy, that strength card, to be, oh my God, like powerful. She would have a strong presence, even in just energy maybe, or You know, she doesn't have to be loud. You know what I mean? Beautiful. Okay. Did come out. Twin flames. That's really interesting. So we've got the Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, and the King of Wands. So earth, water, fire. Oh my God. Something for whatever this connection is really going to find balance. There's some kind of divine justice coming to it, in that there's some kind of, maybe there's been a loop that's been preventing you both from moving to the next level. That's what's being cleared through. That's what this unstuckness is. You're both understanding the purpose drive here now. And I think that rebirth and that transformation with that Judgment card is actually the connection. The connection. Wow. And I say this as well, remember the divine masculine is who grounds this connection in the 3D. And don't forget that Hangman came out with the divine that masculine energy, right? 10 of Wands, they've been stuck, they've been weighed down, they've been healing some things, clearing through, right? Or have they? Queen of Fire, Leo sign again. And this says summer, and I keep saying it feels like summer even though it's autumn. Within 7 to 14 days, next 2 weeks. Okay, so something has definitely become unstuck. I mean, don't forget, you've got that 2 of Wands, so there's a new path opening for sure. Very first card, the 9 of Cups. There's something beautiful coming through. It's going to feel like the warmth, the liberation of that heart. You know, it's almost like a bit of a, you know, like fairy dust in your heart and divine saying, yeah, remember to believe, you've had faith. It's not been for nothing. Just keep on going, you know, reminder to keep on going. Virgo energies as well. Autumn, there's autumn energies here. Venus, the Empress. Oh, okay. Venus, the Empress, that's beautiful. We've got Scorpio season as well. This is also to do with autumn time. So these next few months are going to be massively important, especially for this Empress energy, this beautiful divine feminine, for everything that we've been speaking about to unfold. Okay, so attraction, beauty, charm, love, pleasure. I think you've been finding this within yourself. You've been understanding the difference between the wounded energy that has prevented you before. From saying yes to your heart, and that heart truly is a beautiful feminine energy, you know, that heart chakra. So there's massive heart chakra awakens that have been taking place here for both of you. Divine feminine, I truly believe that whatever is unfolding over these next 2 weeks for you to do with that wheel energy, all the things that we've been talking about with the abundance and just really grounding down that beautiful purpose path, that abundance is coming through, right? It's really going to allow you to recognize it's almost like solidifying the truth of your journey or something, which is interesting, because if you truly are on this divine journey, right, this twin flames, as you recognize each other as divine counterparts, you really will be connected on that energetic level. So when you are experiencing those up levelings, the divine masculine is going to be experiencing his own. Okay, yes, it's not in the same time frame, if you want to call it that, in the same way, but you are definitely both energetically shifting, right? You're becoming each other's curves, and you know, where you bend they curve, where they bend you curve, that kind of energy. But it's like I'm seeing the DNA again. You're recognizing that you're fusing into one, because it's an energetic connection. It's not just physical, which they're going to ground, remember. So you just need to keep going with whatever this is, because in the next 2 weeks there's something coming for you, and it's going to be something that's a brand new beginning. And I honestly think it's to do with the beautiful wish of your heart, your path of purpose, something that you've already been working on. Oh, beautiful. Okay, and it's going to make you feel revitalized as well, okay? Ooh, the Fool, brand new. And that's come out with this as well. So within the next month, I think there's new beginnings multiply, and I've said that again before as well, right? So you're jumping in, there's something new coming in, and it's going to be allow you to do things in a new way as well. So maybe it's something that's you weren't, like I said before in the other part, you weren't necessarily seeing the exact way it's going to unfold, but you knew that there was something there and you were holding that vision. This is where you didn't be understanding how to do things differently now. That fall, that leap of faith, you know. Beautiful. And it's going to feel so right for you that you're going to want to just jump in. Okay. At the end, this is just confirmation of what we've been saying, the end of the stuckness. No more staying stuck, wrapping it up. You know, that cycle is, you know, you're very good at adapting to your new situation. It's going to just, like I said, you become that version of, you know, you've embodied that's your energy. You're literally going to just allow yourself to move in that, you know, you won't need to try. You're very adaptable, okay? Um, okay, so there is something here though about being open-minded. So you know how I said the message keeps coming through about not having the exact picture of what it looks like, and like trying to control it to that, but allowing the unfold of it, the divine unfold of it, so that it comes through the way it needs to, divinely, in your divine alignment. Be open-minded with that. Yeah. Don't restrict yourself or the situation or anyone else. Yeah. You know your truth now. Your boundaries are so solid. I can feel it. It's beautiful. And you've had to work on that. You really have. I think you've experienced some kind of abandonment in the past. Probably from a parent or something. Okay. And maybe even in this connection, but you are growing strong. High Priestess, the moon, beautiful. So this is where there's truth coming, because this is about silence as well and secrets. This is that, and coming out with that Justice card, there's truth. There's truth coming in for you. And I think that's within the next, max 2 months, but definitely within the next 4 weeks, something's unfolding here. Your intuition is guiding you, like, you know this, especially with that Queen of Cups. You are so intuitive, but now you've learned how to allow that intuition to guide you, not just send you on some kind of trip, an illusion. You're learning the difference between what truly is your inner knowing, your guidance system, versus just fears, illusions, or even just like something that you truly have attached to and you need to release attachment. You've gone through all that, whoever this is. Beautiful. Okay, so there's going to be some truth coming, some revelations. Okay, and you're going to need to, I actually feel like it's going to be what someone's been battling, that 10 of Wands. You're going to learn some things. Okay, and I think that actually you're at that space where you're ready to know the truth, and there's an inner knowing that something is coming. You can feel it. Okay. Oh, Leo, Strength card. We've got both the Leos on the table. Courage, confidence, persuasion, wisdom, power. This entire journey that you resonate with, twin flame journey, divine counterpart, has brought you to your strongest version that you have ever been. You are confident enough to handle this now. You also have this this way of you that the world needs. You're recognizing that, this version of you. Yeah, the solar flashy ascensions have been just like nothing else. Truly. You're understanding that that's why your purpose is getting so grounded in, because you're recognizing that that's your focus. That's what needs to be your focus. And the people you're here for, right? That need you. Oh my God, we've got the King and Queen of Fire on the table. That's within 7 days. Oh my God. Okay, so this is interesting. Okay, Cancer season, Chariot. Something's happening, I will say, within the next 7 days, where there's going to be a revelation, right? It's going to create like this opening to that Two of Wands, that path opening. You can see the door opening. You're ready to go in that direction. I think that's to do with your connection, but I also think to do with that divine masculine energy. So for him to finally understand that they have to open that door and like move in that direction, getting prepared. And then when your abundance path is unfolding, that's over the next 2 weeks. There's something coming in for your new opportunity. Maybe you even have it already and it's going to start in the next 2 weeks and you're going to start really, grounding it down. And then within the next max 2 months, there's something with this, provided it all goes the way it does, again, release expectation. Because when you hold on attached to it, that's not healthy. Yeah, you get to release that. Hold faith that the divine unfold is taking place. Stay in your alignment for this to unfold the way it needs to. Let's get some cards for the divine feminine energy. Divine feminine energy. Again, your inner guidance system is like your biggest friend right now. Divine feminine. The firefly. You're someone exceptional. You're magical. You have this beautiful creative spark within you. Wow. Number 11. It's taken a while for you to finally embody that exceptional energy that you truly are. Illumination, chemistry, soul spark, self-discovery. I was saying that. Fire, light codes. Ooh, powerful. I think that you activate those light codes in other people. Just your presence, which would make sense. I say this normally, just your presence alone, especially if you're on that twin flame journey, your presence alone is literally enough for frequencies to shift, for earth grids to adapt to that higher level. That divine is guiding to a certain place, to a certain person for higher levels than you even know. Okay. Okay, so whatever this is that's coming through, it might feel like you need to get it done quickly. But honor that actually it might feel small, but there's big possibilities here. There's an opportunity for huge growth. Seeds, you've been planting those seeds. Ace of Pentacles, what was I saying, right? There's change with this. There's going to be more than meets the eye, so hold faith. okay, the Wheel of Fortune. I think that there's still some clearing that you're doing as you hold faith with this. I think that winding road, it's been a while for you to get to this point, as we mentioned, and there's still going to be some things that are going to come up for you to recognize, to overcome. And I honestly think that you're at that space where you can understand that, hold on, you're in the position to water this, to bring that nutritious energy through, okay? So let's get some more. This is for the divine feminine energy, the cards that we're getting here. Okay. Oh, communication, lighthouse. Yeah, you're learning how to, you are the beacon for the world. Or, you know, for the right people that are going to come across your path. But again, your frequency genuinely is the light, divine light. It's beautiful. 12, so you've been learning how to communicate more healthily. Communication, unite, connecting, integration, sharing, collaboration. I said that, right? Harmony, compromise, overcoming barriers. This is everything that we've been saying. This is truly you. It's gonna, your throat chakra has expanded beautifully. You might have been working on it. I don't know if you realize this or not. But that's beautiful, okay? We've actually got, hold on, let me just double check. So we've got 23. These two are 11. So 11, 11 again. That's so interesting. So whereas once upon a time, maybe there was a lot of anger, arguments, you know, the way you were communicating just caused this kind of harsh energy. You've been shifting that. You've been changing that. You're understanding your inner guidance system. No matter what's happening, remember I said your inner nirvana stays with you. All your practices you've been doing, you are the inner nirvana, even in your external chaos. Wow. Okay, let's get a couple more for the divine feminine energy, just to clarify. Ooh. I need to get more. Okay. So there's that red flag energy, and then you got the yes. So this is confirmation that your red flags, your internal red flags, not only have you been noticing your own warning bells, and also around you, so you're not accepting anything less anymore, you're recognizing that with this beautiful sun. Can I just confirm, this sun has come out in every single deck, and that was the very first message. The sun, there's liberation, there's this feeling again. Oh my God, it's making me smile. Number 31, yes, energy, power, climax, fulfilled, pride, and radiant, success, vigor, divine masculine energy. So you're in a divine masculine energy as well. Daytime, victory, happy, warm. You've activated your inner union, clearly. And this red flag, 22, I'm going to get another one just to confirm that I am. It's kind of like I said, you're not really, even the external red flags, it's like you're not letting that stop you anymore. So you're understanding what is other people's karmic cycles they need to clear through, and not yours to take on. And so it doesn't prevent you anymore from saying yes to your journey, to what you're watering and going, and that you are someone exceptional. Just a clarity. Yeah, okay, beautiful. So this is the Celtic knot. Okay, so divine union, unconditional love, eternal love, love of a lifetime. Okay, number 24, legendary, infinity, enduring, connected. I think that you're also recognizing the ways in which maybe you did reject this energy. You know, or not reject it, maybe you just questioned it, you know. You do at some point on that journey, you question, you know, it kind of comes through a bit sometimes, but you're recognizing that, you're recognizing how this is just way stronger than just, it's brought out that shadow side that you needed to, remember said, the most courageous you've been ever because of this journey and what it's brought to you. And you're understanding that you're not going to just let other people's red flags fly, right? This isn't just a quick fling. One more for the divine feminine. Oh, again, another communication card. So this again is about being mindful of that communication still. There might be some like nervous energies, and not just like, again, not having that heavy expectation, but allowing others to grow in their space as well. While honoring your boundaries. I think one of the strongest things for you has been learning boundaries, not just yours, but other people's. Not without that pressure, you know. That's where you already are, that beautiful firefly, and you're focused, you're on target, you're focused on what you need to go, your purpose, your path of purpose is one of your biggest priorities right now. I can't say it enough. Stay on it even when this comes through. It's the only way it can truly unfold. You can only way it can truly find your union, okay? So I was going to say divine masculine, so straight away we've got the stars, okay? Wishes coming true, miracles. Yeah, I said this, they're recognizing this is their wish come true, their miracle. This is the realization they need to go through. You already knew this from the beginning, right? But you've had to go back within, as we mentioned. This is someone who's finally recognizing, number 16 and 6, wishes do come true. They've been in denial. I don't think they realize this is actually can be real. Peace, miracle, dreams, feeling blessed, hopeful. They're hopeful. Falling in love. They've been falling in love. Even if it is behind the scenes. You know, that curtain energy, like a mask on stage. Nighttime, inspiration, providence. You got day and night, so you're coming out as daytime. My masculine is coming out as nighttime. Hmm. Morning birds and night owls. I don't know. Okay, so divine masculine, some clarity. I think they're way more deeper than they let on. They have so much more depth than they let on. Clouded vision, yeah. These are the clouds. 6, thoughts, problems, doubts, hesitation beyond view, unclear, confusion, indecision, misunderstandings. This is what they want to clear through, right? They want to clear through that. And don't forget, when the divine masculine can't see what the goal and where they're going to, it's difficult for them. But this is where they're learning to hold that faith. That's what I mean by they're learning that inner alchemy again, their inner high priestess, their inner intuition guided system, that lighthouse. They're at crossroads. I said this. They've been at crossroads for a long time. Okay, number 22 again. So they're really finding balance and harmony within themselves and therefore their environment and therefore the right people. That's what this crossroads is. They're having to make the decisions, difficult decisions. Multiple choices, journey, travel, weighing the options, deciding, free will, opportunity, independent, road trip. I also feel like they're having this, they might be moving. I did say this for you, actually, Divine Feminine, but I think that they're having to make some serious decisions to do with either moving or just something to do with their environment. Travel. Get another one. I think that they're going to have to make these decisions without actually knowing what that vision looks like. For them, they don't know. It really is for them, their heart, just what they want from their heart, what they truly desire. It's a big lesson for them. Big. The moon, oh my God. So you got the sun, that's divine masculine. They got the moon, that's a divine feminine. Wow, they've been working on that inner divine feminine just as you have with your divine masculine. 32 and 8. Intuition, subconscious, fantasy, romance, psyche. There might be a bit of a romantic King of Fire and King of Wands. That's really sweet, actually. But it's just about not letting that illusion just keep them stuck and not take action. Psyche, affection, recognition, invitation, sensuality, artistic, divine feminine. Wow. I do think that, the either recent eclipse or even the recent full moon, it's like they've been typing out messages, wanting to communicate. Whatever it is, it's driven them to want to communicate and take action. But again, that's been from clearly not the right space because it didn't happen. Wow. Shown them something. I think they've had to reflect on their own inner jealousy as well. It's coming through for a reason. Golden ticket, child. Okay, 5. Big break, turning point, once in a lifetime success, something special, magical, and extraordinary event, major opportunity, luck. And that abundance thing is coming through a lot for you, Divine Feminine. I think that maybe this is the decision they have to make that's going to help them to finally say yes in that direction. So maybe they truly are working on their inner child in that respect specifically as well. Okay. My God. Yeah, they're becoming established. The Lily, number 30. Ambition, they're ambitious. Experience, sexuality, that could be important here. Achievement, longevity, mature, career, virtue, development, retired. Maybe they're like at that level where they can reach for early retirement or whatever. Yeah, sexuality, that's coming out. That pleasure, the sexuality, they're the King of Wands. There's a lot of that. I did say the solar plexus is coming through heavy. It could be that they've also had to work on their sacral, which is all to do with how you connect with others, your relationships with others as well, really determines that. Rider came out. That's him. They're on their horse, ready to come through with a connection, message, whatever. Number 1, 9. I think they've been waiting for a green light. Messenger, movement, message, travel. Again, they've been traveling a lot. News, visitor, delivery, goals coming through. Green light, progress, full speed ahead. They're having some kind of progress with their goals. And that's where that big turning point is, where they're finally going to find clarity, away from that clouds energy. Get another one just for the divine masculine. Just some clarity energies. They're ready to, okay, this is their truth. Megaphone, being heard. Amplifying, number 12. Going public, shining, spotlight. Publish, broadcast, wider audience, speaking up, increasing visibility, bold, major announcement. Ooh, they could have something really being cooked up. But they need to be mindful of the people. There's going to be people in the background. There always is, have something to say. That's something they need to know. They need to reach that level that you've reached where you just don't care any more about unnecessary stuff. That's other people's cycles and healing to do, not theirs. Okay, connection. Messages for your connection. Cards for your connection. Fireworks. Wow, there's a lot of passion here. 30. Passion, chemistry, strong chemistry, especially truly on that divine feminine energy. I mean, twin flame energy. Twin flame journey, what's going on? Wow, I think that this is what they feel towards divine feminine for sure. Desire, kiss, celebrate, happiness, exhilaration, new year, excitement, explosive hot sex. They're seeing a lot, like, of this passionate energy for sure when they see their divine feminine. I think maybe they were confused in the past. Maybe they did think it was just lust. Something they've had to learn. Look at that, the heart. They're recognizing it's actually the truth of their heart. That can, like, that passion and that love can coexist. But also how to channel that. So clearly that truly has been a thing for them. It's come out a couple of times now. Snowflake, this connection is fragile. It's one of a kind. It's so unique, truly original, delicate situation, vulnerable. You're going to have to handle it with care, both of you, with such fragility, honestly. Be precise. You're going through a transition, both of you are fragile, change of state. So going through a change of state here, the connection is, okay? Both got to learn how to handle it, each other, with care, truly. That means really getting into your heart, which means maybe vulnerability has been one of your biggest obstacles to overcome, both of you. Maybe that's why, you know, yeah, stalemate, the broom, no more being, both of you. So not just people always think it's divine masculine. I'm getting the energies, both of you. No more just trying to, like, be non-committal or be so guarded because you're, you know, you're needing to be vulnerable. None of that anymore. That's being cleared out. It's being cleared out. You know, don't forget, wintertime is really about releasing, you know, resetting, hibernating. So I'm just saying that because that New York thing is coming through, and I think someone wants a new beginning, and it probably will happen because, like I said, these seasons that are coming through are very different to what is actually happening. Right by now it feels like summer and it's autumn, you know. So it's going to be need to clear through this dharma energy. That's what's going to have to happen. You're going to both need to have the right approach here. Honor the vulnerability that you have. Your connection is, you know, it's one of a kind. Definitely a strong magnetic connection here. I do think that there's been delayed tactics from external parties here. To that beautiful excitement, you know, that coming together and celebrating together, there's been external energy. So it's about honouring that and not just blaming each other. And, you know, you're going to honour each other's journeys to get to this point. You know, I think that also divine feminine, be mindful, like, allow yourself to be vulnerable. Don't do that thing where you're so nervous that you, like, guard up, you know, and, like, not just nervous, but, like, scared about the same situation happening again, you know. You know, that, yeah, coughing, the endings that happened in the past, you have to be honest and say, you know, this is how I feel, this is what it made me feel like, without putting the pressure out there. This is about having transparent conversations, communication, okay? The heart again. Compass, your true north. There's all the self-discovery that you've been needing to has come to this point. 2-2 again. True north, discovery, life path. You're going to be discovering, seeking truth. You're going to be discovering the truth of your connection even deeper. Heart. Direction, finding your way, know where you're going. You're making a plan. You're going to be exploring. Could be traveling together, but that sounds like more like it, especially following this boomerang as well. Okay, connection card, connection. So you're going to both want to move forward. Yeah, balance. Integrating the opposing forces. This is what you need to do. You need to find that alignment with each other, that energetic alignment that I talk about. Understanding each other's light and dark, so you can really, and allowing that to unfold as you both evolve along the connection, you know, to recognize that. Because now you're at a point where you're getting the reins on it. You're not just allowing it to overcome you and, you know, be in this reactive state, you know. You're observing yourself and saying, hold on, this is what's happening. I need to check myself, or we need to talk about this, or, you know, and not with that pressure, you know. You still got to honor each other's freedom and independence, but also respect each other's boundaries, respect that you're both going to need that, whether it's reassurance or just that safety, you know, create that safety. 5, centered, meditate. Maybe you want to meditate together. Ooh, it's beautiful. Flow, feeling complete, awareness, just right, equality, well-being. Oh my God, beautiful. House, could be grounding this down. It's family as well. So maybe that's truly what you're meant to be here to do. Divine destiny, you know. Okay. think you've had to take a while to get to this point, away from that non-committal energy to realise, oh wait, no, that's what I want. That's why that Nine of Cups is the very first card. Those are my true heart wishes. One more for your connection. Getting it going again. There's going to be effort here, but there's passion. Igniting, fuel, spark. Yeah, there's definitely passion here. 33, so be mindful because this clover, there's luck that's going to help you along the way because divine wants you to do this, right? But you're going to have the right intentions, not just this like quick fling thing. And there's going to be enlightenment about what's been happening here so that there can be some more grounded energy and you can really hold it down together, because this is going to be also an opening path for your abundance, both of you. There's success for both of you, and your North Stars are just going to be, there's way more beneath the surface and you're going to learn about it, okay? So honor that, because like I said, you're going to just need to recognize the practices you've been adopting along the way to stay in that right alignment for you, which will evolve as you come together. You're going to have the right conversations. Remember that communication cards have been coming through for the Divine Feminine for a reason. Communication. You're learning your communication skills. Animal card for your Divine Feminine. Because don't forget, with that messenger that's coming through from the Divine Masculine and that megaphone, they want to speak. And it's going to be your communication skills, Divine Feminine, that determines how this goes. Okay. Honesty. Speaking from your heart with boundaries. Have you learned how to do that? I think you have from this spread. Remember that. Okay. Butterfly, Divine Feminine, you're metamorphosing. Embrace the change. There is change here, okay? 22 again, what is going on? You must be seeing a lot of 2. Be open, again, open-minded as well. Evolution of the soul, my goodness, rising up. This is why that wheel was feeling so profound. Big chapter you're entering. Yeah, you're reinventing yourself, exactly what we've been saying. You've literally embodied that new version of you that you're entering. One world to another, remember. I'm seeing I'm seeing luxury, and I don't think you've come from that. Time, inspiration. Wow. Honor the time it's taken. Divine Masculine. Because you have become someone beautiful along the way. And it's because of the time that you've ended up being that person, okay? Number 19, Eagle. Wow, they're seeing things very differently. Challenging the status quo. Oh, that's good. That's really good. They need to do that. Longevity, regal, proud, opportunity, new hope. Wishes coming true. Opportunity that's coming in for them. They want to jump in. They want that new beginning. They're seeing things differently. Clear perspective and vision on the past, present, and the future. They're no longer entangled in the way that they were. Card for your connection. This opportunity is really going to make them feel so much more empowered, you know. Beautiful. Okay, I do think you're going to be moving together. I think actually away from like a totally new country. 14, on a quest, migration, relocation. You're both going to be dependable. Faithful is on here as well. You know where you're going. Yet again, that's come out twice for your connection. You know where you're going. So the clarity you've gained, both of you, is not leaving no one behind. You're going to have the right community around you. They need you. Truly. Okay. You're also going to learn how to honor the cycles of this connection. Okay. Honoring the cycles is a big deal here. What do you need to be aware of moving forward? You are good enough. Big one. Luck is on your side. You are good enough. So if you see that coming up, because that might be what prevents you moving forwards, that's going to be your time to release it. Okay, to go within. You're very close to achieving your goal. Win-win outcome. Libra energies, Virgo energies. Win-win outcome. That's beautiful. What else do you need to be aware of moving forwards? Stepping out of your comfort zone. Definitely stepping out of your comfort zone here. That's the whole point though of this. That's what I mean by you're ready. Leo energies again. Confidence is your key to success. You're ready. You've embodied that new version of yourself. You've reinvented yourself to be that more confident, courageous energy. That's what this journey has brought out in you. And just as this connection is coming through and unfolding, and your abundance path is happening at the same time, divine feminine. And this is where you're going to need to remind yourself that you are good enough, because I think, like I said, you haven't come from this is very different. You're going into a whole new version of yourself. Okay, this is where you're going to need to remember that you're good enough to stay confident, and this is asking you to step out of your comfort zone because you have it within you. Your soul is requiring you to be this version of you now. That's why this is taking the time it has. That's why everything you've been overcoming, everything from the internal emotion, right, to the external environment, everything that we've been speaking about has led you to this point. So anything that comes up, you get to release it now, because you're at that point where you can step back and observe it. You have the right tools in place. You're understanding how to become that and keep evolving along the way. Okay, it's really, you really are holding space for each other. It's beautiful, and honoring the sanctity and the really passionate nature that you have in this connection. You're honoring that. That's beautiful. That's sacred. Okay, in order to really ensure that you can continue with this connection moving forwards as well, you're going to need to honor each other's time and space. You know, to prevent any more separations, you're going to have to be honest with what's coming up inside you and how it's making you feel. And then allowing each other the time and space to release what you need to, so you can be who you need to be, what you're here for. You are calling each other in. I mean, someone could be really visualizing right now. Affirmations, prayer is important here. Okay, trust. This situation is asking you to have faith. Have faith. Okay, it's safe for you to love. One of my favourite cards, it's safe for you to love. And I said that safety is a big deal here for both of you. Very fragile situation. I think there's things, like I said, from your childhood, from your person's childhood, that are just unspoken on. Keep an open mind. Again, consistent message. Okay, so keep an open mind that this is going to unfold the way it needs to. They are who they're going to tell you the truth about. Okay, you have it within you to do this, to hold this space, both of you. Okay, you've got this. Sending love.